the next individual I'd like to invite up here, me and Gerardo go back just a little ways. But Gerardo Grosjean, he is, I like to say it very colorfully like that. Anyway, he is studying histology. He's currently a lab technologist, and he's going to be presenting on stereotypes.
Anyway, that last speaker, my friend Megan, the tall blonde girl, real good friend. Don't know how smart she is after all. She's a blonde and she's a girl. We have African Americans. I told you what's coming. But most of them probably are in gangs, deal drugs, do drugs, or maybe all of the above. We got people with turbans, but then again, they're probably just driving cabs or preparing for the next terrorist attack. We have the Asians, which are the people that I wanted to be helping me with my math. Then again, I'm probably going to have to drive them everywhere because we know Asian people don't drive very well. We have Caucasians. Then again, they basically run the United States. That gives them a lot of power. Can't trust them. We have the Latinos. And well, I see only one with the camera over there, and I keep my distance because probably he's got a knife in his pocket. Myself, I'm half Caucasian, half Hispanic, so you can kind of trust me. And you cannot worry too much because I'm only half Latino, so I'm only allowed to have smaller knives. Well, all these are forms of stereotype. A stereotype is a belief about another culture, race, or individual that has no logic or evidence to support it. Today, I'm going to speak about why do we stereotype, how stereotyping affects our society, and the steps that we can take to eradicate stereotyping from our society. First of all, why do we stereotype? Well, the number one winner is ignorance. When we don't know a person, when we don't know, when we're facing the unknown, we tend to generalize. And we generalize with those things that have been taught to us or handed down from either friends, family, or the media. Which brings us to social teachings. The media, especially TV, has been portraying with a lot of bias every kind of stereotype there is. They have been doing this for decades. Now, you have to realize that the job of television is not to teach. It can be a great teaching tool, but the thing is that they're a business and they're there to make money. Sadly, still people think that, well, if it is on TV, it must be true. Social teachings. We got friends, we got family, they go overseas, and they come back with this great tan, and all of a sudden, they are experts in the social aspects of whatever culture they went to. How stereotyping impacts our society? Well, a stereotype leads to distrust and segregation. Also lowers performance. It leads to distrust because we cannot trust people to go beyond our already perceived perception of who or what they are, which leads to segregation. We are living in the greatest melting pot in the world, and still in every city you can see that there is the neighborhood that is predominantly Caucasian, predominantly Asian, Hispanic, you name it, because we are more comfortable with those people that think and act like us. If we get to learn about those people, we will not be having to stereotype them. Lowers performance. I have to read this one because it comes from the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. Associate Professor of Psychology, Michael Inslee, the one that led the study on stereotyping, wrote, past studies have shown that people perform poorly in situations where they feel they are being stereotyped. no great surprise there. What steps can we take to eradicate stereotyping? Well, there is a fine distinction between innate behavior and conditioned behavior. Innate behavior is the behavior that we're born with, those things that are natural to us. Conditioned behavior is the stuff that we learn either from friends, schools, media, TV, things as sexism, ethnocentrism, and of course, stereotyping. Education. Well, education is usually the key to everything. We have learned in the last few decades that women can do any job that we can just as well. We're recently starting to learn that men can be as good caretakers of children as women can. Hopefully we will not have to fight every single stereotype one by one, and we will be able to learn that stereotyping is not only counterproductive to yourself as a person, but to everybody as a society. I would like, since I'm the last speaker, I would like to thank the Rotary Club of Lakewood for giving us all a chance to speak to you. And hopefully I will have driven through already my original 3 points as to why do we stereotype, how stereotyping affects our society, and the steps that we can take to eliminate it from our society. Lastly, I would like to close, because stereotyping makes as much sense as slavery. I would like to close with the immortal words of Leo Rosten, a famous Polish Anglophile, who says, truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction has to make sense.